say goodbye, that'll be the day. When you make me cry, you say you're gonna leave me. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave me. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, turn it down and all your love and kisses and your money too. You know you love me, baby. Still you tell me, baby, that someday, well, I'll leave you. But that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave me. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. When Cupid shot his tie, he shot it at your heart. But if we ever part, then I'll leave you. You're kissing on me, baby, and you tell me, baby, that one day, well, I'll leave you. But that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave me. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Yeah. Here we go now. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave me. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave me. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Thank you. Well, welcome everybody. It's time for At Home with Jim and Dee, and what's getting to be our one of our
Second
our common places to be. We're at the Garrisons again. Just had some hamburgers and hot dogs, and a little bit of Uno on the side.
Yes.
We'll have some more later. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry I couldn't be here last week, but I was hurting and I'm okay now. And so we're going to have some music. Dee, I think, has a story she's going to tell. She promised you a story. I don't know if she's going to come.
I lied.
You lied? Well, there's a story for you right there. But go ahead.
No, I was saying hi, Mark.
Oh, hi. So we're here again. Oh, gosh. There's a bunch of people here. So just everybody's singing, having a good time. And Dee, you got to turn the pages on that
I
thing
will.
there. No, that's not the one. No, let's see. Try
This one?
yes, and I promised. I promised last time that I was going to start doing some songs that were a little more obscure, because there's a lot of songs that I like that we don't get to sing in our gigs because paying customers don't want to hear these. But you guys are all a bunch of freeloaders, so you get what you pay for. In this case, this is a great tune from the 60s, around 65. This is maybe my favorite band, one of my favorite bands. They were called The Searchers. And this song, there were a lot of songs kind of like this in the 60s. They might have even been called a protest song. But I'm not going to explain what it's all about. You can either figure it out or you can go look it up on Google, because it's a cool song. And this just takes the two of us. And I don't think you'll know this one, Scotty. It's pretty obscure. Just a little rain falling all around. The grass lifts its head to the heavenly sound. Just a little rain, just a little rain. What have they done to the rain? Just a little
did it. So I want to expose people to some of the songs that I like. Yeah. Just think of North Korea and maybe get an idea what that song's about.
I want to thank everybody. Last week when we realized that we were not going to be able to do a show because Jim was hurting so bad, a lot of you said,
go on without him, go on without him.
No, actually, a lot of you said that you'd be praying for us and stuff, and here we are, less than a week later, or a week later since the night we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
What you don't know is I did have to go on without him. I've never, in 45 years, I've never done a gig by myself until this last week.
And then she did 3 of them. I sent my data along with her, and she used the tracks and played without me.
So thank you for praying for him. I hope you're praying for me too.
There was somebody in there sitting in there, and he was, when people were coming in, he was telling them, "Oh, Jim's not here tonight. Jim's not here tonight."
Somebody went to the opera or something. They went to symphony.
Oh, go back to our list there.
Okay.
So I guess she lied about the story thing. I stuck to my part. I brought us an obscure song.
I actually do have a little story.
Okay, good.
Not now though.
Not now.
Maybe Scotty can do his song.
Which one? With
the
yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to tell you this story before we do the song.
See, I have a story, but it's his story.
Yeah, I like to hear how my story goes. There was a when we grew up in San Diego, there was a radio station. I guess it's still there, KGB. I don't know. And every year starting in the late '60s, they would make an album of local musicians, and then of course that radio station would play the songs and try to get exposure for the local musicians. And to tell you the truth, I heard some of the albums. They were okay. There was usually one really good song on there. But one year, a guy by the name of Stephen Bishop, who lived in San Diego, had a song that started off with "Down in La Jolla, where the yeah." And it was a song about La Jolla, and it was sent into the radio station, and they rejected it.
For the album, yeah.
For the homegrown album, so he just went to L.A. and made $1 million. So, or
so this is that song made over.
Yeah, made over to be about something besides La Jolla.
Down in Jamaica, they got lots of pretty women. Spend your money, then they break your heart. Lonesome Sue, she's in love with old Sam. Take her from the fire into the frying pan. On and on, she just keeps on trying. And she smiles when she feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. Yeah. Poor Jimmy sits alone in the moonlight, soft as one kiss, another man. So he takes a light and steals the stars from my sky. Puts on Sinatra and starts to cry. On and on, he just keeps on trying. And he smiles when he feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. Well, my first time is the last time. Make you feel so right. But if you know it, show it. Hold on tight, don't never say goodnight. I got the sun on my shoulders and my toes in the sand. Woman's left me for some other man. Oh, but I don't care, I just dream and stay tan. Toss up my heart and see where it lands. On and on, I just keep on trying. right.
Who's the hippie on the left?
And I smile when I feel like dying. On and on, on and on, on and on. On and on, on and on, on and on. One more time. On and on, on and on, on and on. Woo!
Nice.
Who's the hippie on the left?
Yeah, that's where
Who's
all
the
asking
hippie on the
ourselves that.
Right or left?
Oh, she's on my right.
Stage right, but audience left.
Audience. Oh.
Could be here.
Okay. So now is the time we're going to sing.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make this short, and Jim will help me make it short if I can't. Make it short.
Yeah, especially since it's my story, as she says.
Oh no, that one about Stephen.
Oh,
Bishop, that's
oh.
the one I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just wanted to say that we've been here in East Texas continuously now for 22, almost 23 years.
Yeah.
And we kind of had an adventure when we got out here. An adventure in trusting God. We rented a house sight unseen, and that was a real answer to
Before
prayer.
we got out here.
Before we got out here. And after we had been here for a little while, it became evident that that wasn't going to be a long-term solution, even though we were really thankful for it. And so we started talking about a house and finding a house to rent, finding a house to buy, and I really wanted a house, but Jim kept saying, I really want land. I really want land. And I was going, yeah, but we need a house. We need to live somewhere. So land is fine, but
I said, I really want like about 10 acres. Because in Southern California, you get like a postage stamp for a lot. You know, I said, I want like 10 acres with trees and everything.
But of course, we had no money. We had just gotten here. We didn't know what to do. We started praying, and a lot of stuff happened. But one of the main things that happened was somebody sent us a check out of the clear blue, that somebody we didn't even know, for $2,000. And this person Jim had been making a website called MOH.org, Ministry of Help. So we had come out here to work with our friend Winky, and MOH.org was the way that we had found to do that. And so this guy was in charge of some camp somewhere that closed down. Ended up, suddenly I went to the post office box one day, and there was a check for $2,000. And I don't know how to make this short, but miraculously, within a week, was it a week? Within a week, we had 10 acres, a single wide mobile home. We had put the mobile home on the land,
Oh, that's a very short story. Yeah.
and none of that was possible in the natural. None of it.
Well,
we
are
had,
you going to leave out all the good stuff?
no, you get to put that in, because you know how much to put in.
Oh, no, we had that money and we wanted to do something. I mean, that's what we had been praying, some way to do something. And so what happened was there were some people that we knew in town who were, yikes, who were...
That's Annie.
I guess it's okay to say it was Buck and Annie Herring, who some of you have heard of from the second chapter of Acts. They had moved and they were selling their land, and they had 2 single-wide trailers on their property, and the escrow was going to close, and they had to get them off. So an intermediary, somehow we found out about it, and he said, I forget how much money they wanted for the trailer. It was, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. It was some
I think it
amount
was
of money.
$2,400.
$2,400.
Yeah.
And we said, well.
And it was a fixer.
Oh, it was a very serious fixer. But anyway, we told him, I says, look, we'd like to help you, and we need someplace to live, but we don't have that much money, and we don't have anywhere to put it. And so, but if you can't sell it, he had to get it off by like Friday, because that was the day that the escrow was closing, so he had to get it off. And we said, but if it comes to the end of the time and you don't have any way to do it, we'll take it and give you a tax receipt for it. And so the day came, Friday came, and so we.
Well, the Lord had provided some property in the meantime.
Well, that was all happening at the same time.
I know.
It's all happening within that 1 week. I'm trying to remember, maybe like Thursday or whatever, we had gone to talk to the real estate agent and told him the story, what was going on. And there was 10 acres, and the guy wanted $2,000 down. And we said, well, we can't really give you the $2,000 because if we get this mobile home, we're going to have to move it. So would you take $1,000 down? He said, okay. I said, and can you owner finance?
Wow.
And he said, okay. And we didn't even have an escrow. It was like on the next Tuesday we closed. But in the meantime, I said, while we were waiting for that little 2-day escrow or whatever it was, I said, is it all right if we move the house onto the property? He said, sure, why not? So we started. Dee got on the phone and started calling every place she could find that moved mobile homes, and the soonest anyone could move it was 2 weeks. So we said, well, that's not going to work. We have to get that off there to like the next day, Friday or
Don't tell
whatever.
me you took a tractor and moved it.
Oh no, but I got up on Friday morning, and I said, well, I don't know what we're going to do because we don't have any way to move it, but I'm going to go over there and start cutting it loose. So I just went over with a hacksaw and I started cutting all the plumbing and all the wiring, and I just started cutting it loose.
Getting it ready to move.
This is like early in the morning, and about 9 o'clock or so, I look up, and coming across the field is a big truck with some guys following it.
Wow.
And they came up and they pulled up to the other house, which was next to ours. And I said, are you guys here to move that house?
That had been Matthew Ward's trailer. The
Yeah,
other
that was
one.
Matt. The other one was Matthew's. I forget, this one might have been Nellie's. I don't remember which was.
Originally, but yeah.
Yeah. So I said, are you guys here to move that house? And he said, yeah, we're here to move that. I said, can you move this one too? I said, well, I don't know if we've got anything this afternoon. Let me call the boss. And I knew it was going to cost $1,000, so we had saved $1,000 out. And I said, we'll give him a call. So he called me. He says, yeah, as soon as we get done moving this, we can move yours, and it'll be $750.
Wow.
So we went from
If you give me cash,
if you give me cash,
which we didn't have.
which we didn't have, and we just had that check, and we didn't even know if we could get the check cashed because we just got the check in the mail, and it was out of town check and all that. Anyway, is that the part?
Yeah, well, the part is that in a matter of a week or less, we got the land, the house moved, we got cash when we weren't supposed to have cash, and closed, and everything happened in a totally impossible situation. Like about 6 impossible things happened in the matter of 3
Just
or
a
4
coincidence.
days.
It's a coincidence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of those coincidences.
And so, it's just more adventures in trusting God. And it seems, I think I wanted to tell that one because it seems like so many people I know these days are up against it in one way or another, whether it's their health, or we have a neighbor who lives right next door to us. She was sick and thought she was dying in the first week of April. And I went over to see her, and she was so sick I didn't even know what to do. I didn't even know how to comfort her. I just turned around on her couch and kneeled down and started praying, and until we
Now, she
kind
had
of
been
got a
sick
peace.
for a long time.
A long
And
time,
she
months
was-
and months.
The doctors were not
And
helping.
the next day I needed it. I took her to the doctor because she didn't have a car and her husband was working, and when she was getting cleaned up, she realized she had kind of an infection in her ear, and all of a sudden burst. It was like a boil, and she started.
This is a nice juicy story.
Yeah, but it was like the weird thing was from April 7th until a few days ago, her health has totally turned around. Impossible, a number of impossible things. It's just like God just did it. We don't know how. There's no explaining it. And so I felt like that story was kind of symbolic of it being God's will for us to come out here, to be here, to, that we had done the right thing. Because boy, there had been a lot of times in our life where we knew the Lord was leading us, and we would do stuff, and it just totally didn't work out. And so, hope deferred makes the heart sick, the Bible says. But, you know, trusting God is goes beyond. Sometimes you do everything you can do and nothing seems to be working, and then suddenly, there's always that suddenly with God, right? There's always that suddenly. And
Suddenly, yeah.
I just wanted to tell you, I don't know who this is for except for maybe Scotty and Heather, but the Lord has options we don't know anything about.
So, Ashley, do you have something to do? Play the track or something?
I think she's bailing on us.
No, I never thought of anything.
Oh, you never did? Okay. No, that's all right. Let's do.
That's too long. That's a long one. Is there a
Shorten it.
short version? Short.
You got something?
I guess.
Okay, for those of you that don't know, this is Ashton.
For all those who yelled, more Ashton, more Ashton.
Here we go. They got something going. I don't know what.
Short version.
It's all right, whatever you want to do.
You're gonna have to figure it out.
Here I am before you, falling in love and seeking the truth, hoping that your perfect grace
All right, do we want to do the Carole King tune?
What about
Which one is
did we
it?
go
Did we
first?
huh?
Well,
What
we
about
finished with that.
Oh, that one, that's Turtles. You want to do
Oh, it's
Happy
Turtles, yeah.
Together? We can do Happy Together, sure. Okay, this is by special request of the hippie on the left. And, the only thing is...
She
in-
was
in the-
already
in
that
the
way.
bop, bop,
We
bop,
didn't
bop,
make her that way. She was
Hang on
already that way.
For years.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, that's the time, and you say you belong to me.
Ease my
And ease my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. Everybody, I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. Ba 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 me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. So happy together. So happy together. How is the weather? We're happy together. So happy together. So happy together. Yeah.
There you go. That was by the Turtles. You know,
Yeah.
Scotty, funny story is the guy who wrote that song was actually a drummer in a band, and he used to always hear the guitar player tuning. I can't see me. He got that. That was his inspiration for that line, that
It's
song.
not a great story, but it's a story nonetheless.
That's right. Well, you would have to be there.
No, I like the story.
I thought Scotty would
That's
like
out
that
of
being a
the movie.
songwriter.
That's a line.
You get your inspirations wherever you can get them. Okay, well,
Got one more, right?
yeah, we got one more. We've gone a little over our time, but we tend to do that
Little
over
above
here at
that,
your
little
house.
above that.
At least we won't go 2 hours tonight like we did the first time
Yeah.
we were here.
Yeah, we're gonna do a song now. It's a really cool song. It was made famous before Carole King sang it. It was a hit by the Shirelles or Chiffons or one of those bands. But it was a Carole King, Jerry Goffin song. And you know, I'll have to do this one, and Scotty's gonna play it for us too. So
Tell me what the name of the song is.
will you still love me
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow? And it's in the
Oh.
key of
What are we
C.
doing?
Okay. 1, 2,
Love
3,
my Jimmy.
4.
Take it.
All right. Tonight you're mine completely. You give your soul so sweetly. Tonight
The light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure, or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic in your sighs? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know if your love is the love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I mean, everybody.
How much fun is this to
This
all
is
be
great.
together
So-
here? What a great picture.
Thank you guys for tuning in. And those of you that missed it live, we'll be sticking it up on YouTube in a day or two. And bless
Thank
you
you
guys.
guys for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for the.
Love these
Dinner.
guys.
Thank
Okay,
you for
that's
opening your home to us whenever we call in an afternoon saying, hey,
What are you doing tonight?
Always open to you guys.
Okay, thank you.
thank you
Bye,
so much.
guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye.